ワンバス運転のため、お降りの際は一番前のドアをご利用ください。
Well, today's journey takes us on the Senmo line, a railway line in the east of Hokkaido, which runs between Abashiri and Kushiro. I start in Abashiri, heading along the Okhotsk Sea, which provides great views of drift ice in winter, through Shari, the gateway to Shiretoko National Park, a peninsula with some of the most secluded places in Japan, and the opportunity to see some of Hokkaido's most interesting animals. You are afforded views of Mount Shari, a rugged climb known as the Mount Fuji of the Okhotsk, with incredible views on a clear day. The train continues on through Kyosato, home to Japan's first potato liquor distillery, and on through secluded hot spring towns of Satsuru, Midori, and Kawayu, before making its way through the Kushiro wetlands to the city of Kushiro. So we've made it to Kushiro on the train. So this is Kushiro here. And one thing that it's really famous for is desperation and sadness. So I'm going to give that a go. So now that I've gone and experienced that, it's time to get some food. So behind me is the Washo market, and I'm going to head there tomorrow for breakfast, so I'll find something else now. So behind me, this is Kushiro Station, where I've just got off the train. And this line here, this is the Hanasaki line, that takes you all the way to the far east of Hokkaido. And that's a pretty deserted place. So if you think where I live is deserted and a bit country, you should head out there. So there's very few rail services and there's no highway, so it takes you a long time to get out there. I heard they just got electricity the other day. What is that? Well damn, I just walked like half an hour to this really nice looking restaurant and it's closed, even though I'm like within the opening hours. God damn! Well, it's a really nice view apart from this big ass bird eating trash in the river. Look at this hipster fixie shit. I love it. Look at the level of detail on those nipples. That's incredible. This hotel here kind of looks like a crude version of the Banff Springs Hotel in Canada. So this here is some round traffic device. And it's not a roundabout or a rotary, depending on your orientation. So when you renew your license here, you have to do a class. And depending on whether you've had any infringements or not, it's maybe like half an hour to 2 hours long. But when I did my class last year, the guy talked about that roundabout for, well, it's not even a roundabout. He talked about how it's not a roundabout for about 45 minutes. So there's 15 minutes left to talk about road safety stuff. It was kind of weird. This thing here, Egg or Evergreen Garden, I guess it's a kind of indoor garden. So let's go check it out. Well, I guess it's Egg and Moo. Well, that's actually rather charming. It must be nice in winter coming. It's always green. Evergreen. Well, finding lunch was a bit of a bust, but I checked into my hotel and it's got this nice view of the station there. And all it can focus on is the netting across the window. I've seen a whole lot of graffiti in Kushiro, and it's not something I usually see, so that's quite a shock. And I wonder if that's a reflection of the general mood in Kushiro. Well, I had a really good dinner of yakitori and oden, but the proprietors, so I had a very good dinner of oden and yakitori, but the proprietors, the owners of the place, I think they were a husband and wife, but look, they were about to have a full-on fight. Even some of the other customers were a bit scared to order anything more. Well, it's Sunday morning now, and Kushiro has put on a good bit of rain for us, so I'm just going to head home because I've done what I need to do. I came to ride the train, I rode the train, I ate the food, I took the piss out of the town, you know.
決してサインが止まりません。ワンマン運転のため、お降りの際は一番前のドアをご利用ください。運賃は釣り線のいらないよう。
I'm back in Abashiri now, and that train ride is really beautiful, and it goes through some awesome scenery, and you can see some very cool things. I saw a whole lot of cranes and sea eagles, saw a pigeon, seagull. No, but really, it's really nice. I recommend that. I was also going to go to the morning market and get a sashimi bowl, which I mentioned, but I didn't realize that on Sundays in November the market isn't open, so it normally is open on Sundays. So that was a shame, but I can always do that next time. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I'll see you next time.